大家好，这里是听广播学英语频道。人工智能即将进入普通人的手机了吗？苹果智能是一个个人智能系统，具有设备内置功能和基于云的功能。它提供强大的语言和扩散模型，确保低延迟、用户隐私和高级安全性。好了，我们来了解一下最新的进展吧。
Let's take a look behind the scenes at how Apple Intelligence was developed. For years, our platforms have been at the forefront of running machine learning tasks on device, taking full advantage of the power of Apple silicon. We want to run as much as we can on device because it delivers low latency and a better user experience. And of course, it helps keep users' personal data and activity private. New generative AI models are incredibly exciting and powerful, and they're really pushing the limits of what can be run locally. Apple Intelligence starts with their on-device foundation model, a highly capable large language model. We were looking for the sweet spot, powerful enough for experiences that we wanted, and yet small enough to run on a device. Starting from that foundation model, there were three key challenges we needed to solve. Specializing it to be great for the many tasks and features that we wanted to run. Making it small enough to fit on devices like an iPhone. And delivering the best possible inference performance and energy efficiency. The first technique we use is fine-tuning. This involves running different training passes on our model, each teaching it to be great for a given task, such as text summarization, proofreading, or generating mail replies. This process results in a set of distinct models that are each trained to be great at one thing, but not quite as good at the others. A more efficient approach to fine-tuning leverages a new technique called adapters. Adapters are a small collection of model weights that are overlaid onto the common base foundation model. They can be dynamically loaded and swapped, giving the foundation model the ability to specialize itself on the fly for the task at hand. Apple Intelligence includes a broad set of adapters, each fine-tuned for a specific feature. It's an efficient way to scale the capabilities of our foundation model. The next step we took is compressing the model. We leveraged state-of-the-art quantization techniques to take a 16-bit parameter model down to an average of less than 4 bits per parameter to fit on Apple Intelligence-supported devices, all while maintaining model quality. Lastly, we focused on inference performance and efficiency, optimizing models to get the shortest time to process a prompt and produce a response. We adopted a range of technologies, such as speculative decoding, context pruning, and group query attention, all tuned to get the most out of the neural engine. We also applied a similar process for a diffusion model that generates images using adapters for different styles and Genmoji. This is Apple Intelligence on device, powerful, intuitive, and integrated language and diffusion models that deliver great performance and run on a device small enough to fit in your hand. Still, there's some more advanced features that require larger models to reason over more complex data. So we've extended Apple Intelligence to the cloud with private cloud compute to run those larger foundation models. Because these models process users' personal information, we needed to rethink cloud compute and extend the privacy approach of our devices to servers. Private cloud compute is designed specifically for processing AI privately. It runs on a new OS using a hard subset of the foundations of iOS based on our industry-leading operating system security work. To mitigate entire classes of privacy risks, we've omitted features that are not strictly necessary in the dedicated AI server, such as persistent data storage. On top of this secure foundation, we have completely replaced the tools normally used to manage servers. Our tooling is designed to prevent privileged access, such as via remote shell, that could allow access to user data. And finally, private cloud compute includes a full machine learning stack that powers intelligence. The result is an unprecedented cloud security foundation based on Apple silicon. It starts with a secure enclave to protect critical encryption keys. Secure boot ensures the OS is signed and verified just like on iOS. Trusted execution monitor makes sure that only signed and verified code runs. And attestation enables a user's device to securely verify the identity and configuration of a private cloud compute cluster before ever sending a request. For each request, a user's device establishes an end-to-end encrypted connection with a private cloud compute cluster. Only the chosen cluster can decrypt the request data, which is not retained after the response is returned and is never accessible to Apple. But we're going even further. We're committing to making virtual images of every production build of private cloud compute publicly available for inspection by security researchers, so they can verify the promises that we're making, and findings will be rewarded through the Apple security bounty. Second, we're making sure a user's device will only communicate with private cloud compute clusters that are running a signed build that has been publicly logged for inspection. This is verified with the strong cryptographic attestation mechanisms in Apple Silicon. We believe this is the most advanced security architecture ever deployed for cloud AI compute at scale. Apple Intelligence is the personal intelligence system that brings this all together. It includes an on-device semantic index that can organize personal information from across apps, as well as an app intents toolbox that can understand capabilities of apps and tap into them on a user's behalf. When a user makes a request, Apple Intelligence orchestrates how it's handled, either through its on-device intelligence stack or using private cloud compute. And it draws on its semantic index to ground each request in the relevant personal context and uses its app intents toolbox to take actions for the user. It's specialized to be absolutely great at the features it enables. It's built with the best possible performance and energy efficiency, and of course, it's designed around privacy and security from the ground up. And that's Apple Intelligence.